What's up, everybody? It's your boy Casey Cox, and welcome back to The Rebuild. I want to have a quick conversation today, quick talk about communication. Yeah, we all know that communication is important in any type of relationship in life, business, romantical, friendship, whatever. Communication is very important. They say communication is the key to a successful relationship, but that's only one half of it. See, you have a key, okay, but that key got to go into something to work, right? The hole, right? There's a key, there's a little hole, it got to work in it, and it got to fit in order to you could turn the door and open up wherever you're trying to get to. And what's that hole that the key got to be able to fit into? It's comprehension. That's right. You can't have communication without proper comprehension, because a person can stand there and talk all day. You could talk to somebody till you blue in the face. If they're not properly taking it and receiving and comprehend what you're saying, then all that talking ain't gonna matter. So, as important as it is to be able to be a good communicator, it's more so important to be a good receiver, have good comprehension. And a lot of times, us as people, we don't have good comprehension. That's why a lot of times people, we talk at each other, but we don't make any progress. Things don't get anywhere because, sometimes people hear what they want to hear. There's a saying that I read somewhere that it goes like something like our biggest issue with communication is that we listen to react, not to understand. You understand what I'm saying? A lot of times people get into conversation, they get into back and forth, whatever, and instead of listening to what the person is saying and taking in what they're saying and thinking about it to try to understand where the person is coming from or how this thing may make sense what they're saying, they're listening for that little thing just to react to. You understand what I'm saying? So everything a person said goes over their head except for that one thing that they're reacting to. And it's like, but that's not even the point of what I'm saying. I can't tell you how many times I've been in conversation and I'm saying, but that's not even the point of what I'm saying. You grabbed onto one little thing out of everything I said, but that's not even the point of what I'm trying to say. You understand what I'm saying? A lot of times people go into conversations or they go into communications with people with their mind already set up in a certain way. And if you do that, then you're not going to hear what the person is saying. You're going to hear what you want to hear because your mind's already set up in a certain way. If you go into a conversation with a person with the mindset that, here they go again, just trying to preach at me, trying to be my daddy, trying to be my mama, trying to tell me, then again, you're not going to take in and hear what they're saying. You're automatically going to be feeling like, you're not going to hear anything. Because you set yourself up for whatever they're saying to come across as a lecturer, to come across as somebody trying to, control you, or you're setting yourself up for that because you already made your mind up that that's what it is, rather than coming into it open and saying, let me just honestly hear what this person is saying. Let me honestly take in and process what this person is saying, because what they're saying could make some sense, could actually, help me out in some type of way. You understand what I'm saying? If you go into conversations with people sometimes with the mindset already that, again, that, if I say something or we have this conversation, that they're automatically going to respond in a certain way. It's just going to be this, it's just going to be that. And again, you're not going to communicate properly. Either you're going to hold whatever, you're going to hold things in. You're not going to give out, the full context of what you want to say or what you really want to say. You're going to just whatever, because you don't really want to get into the conversation, because again, you automatically in your mind assume and set up that this person is going to react this way, that the conversation is going to go this way, so I'm not even going to really honestly be present in the conversation. And we can't do that. Like we have to become better receivers of communication, because again, you can have the key, but if the key don't fit in the door properly, it ain't gonna open, right? If the key don't fit into the lock or whatever it is properly, it ain't gonna open. So we got to become, better receivers, to communication, because it's very important. We have to, like I said, we have to open up our minds to be more open, to be more genuinely understanding, to take the time to process. Better. Even if you don't respond right away, it's not always necessary for you to respond to what somebody said right away. You take your time, you process it a little bit, and then you come back with some kind of feedback. That's usually a good indicator that somebody is a good listener or a good receiver, is when they can come back to you with some kind of feedback on what you said. Because that means they took it in, they thought about it, they processed it a little bit, and they got some stuff out of it. If you talk to somebody about something and they never come back with any kind of feedback, that probably means that 9 times out of 10 they don't give a fuck about what you said. So when it went in out the other, they didn't take it in, they didn't process it at all. It's just like whatever, or or they just don't care to come back and talk about whatever the issue is. They don't care to do that. It's just like, yeah, all right, you said what you said, and that's it. And that's not good. So we gotta get better with that, people. You gotta be better receivers, not just good communicators, because you can talk, but again, if what's being said is not properly absorbed and properly taken in, then it ain't gonna work. It's not gonna work. You can't be emotional, too emotional about stuff. Again, you just gotta be open and logical and just listen. You hear the person out, because again, when you're listening to react, is when you're cutting in the middle of what the person is saying, because again, you're trying to react to one thing they said instead of trying to take in the whole point of what they're talking about. You're just trying to react to little thing. Oh, wait a minute, put that little thing you're trying to pick at, and that throws the whole conversation off track now. Because instead of, again, sticking to the point we're talking about, now we're arguing about some other part that you took out that had nothing to do with the point of what I'm saying, or nothing about what that person was trying to say. You understand? So it's very important. It's very important. You gotta be good receivers. You gotta be good receivers. So with that being said, let's get right. Let's open up these ears, open up these minds, open up these hearts, and let's communicate better. Let's start communicating better. Oh, let me make one more point before I end this video as far as being a good receiver. Another facet of being a good receiver is, again, you can't come into conversations with people discouraging their expression. You understand? You can't go into conversation with a person or a person come to you, and it's like you have this mindset that if they come to try to express themselves, that they're weak, they're like I said, here we go again with the whatever the case may be, because again, you're not gonna receive what the person is trying to say, and it's not cool, and it's not, that just doesn't encourage communication. And as I said, communication is very, 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 very important. Nothing is going to work without communication, because the bottom line is people can't process information they don't have. People can't work on things they don't know is an issue. People can't move through life, period, without some kind of information. It's like having a computer. You build a computer, but if you don't put that information in the computer of how it's supposed to operate, it's just going to be a shell. It's just going to sit there doing nothing. You got to input the information, the operating systems. This is what you do. This is how this is what you're going to do. You got to put that the operation chip, that whatever that information is, you got to feed it into the computer so it knows what to do. Otherwise, it's just a shell that you put together of plastic and buttons and screen that don't do anything, because you haven't fed it anything. It doesn't know what to do. Just like at the same time, if you wanted to process information, you got to put that chip in there so it knows how to take in and process information. Because again, without that chip in there to be able to receive what you put in there, you're going to be, and it's going to go nowhere. So again, you have to be open. You can't you can't be shaming or whatever of people's expression, however they want to come and talk to you. You got to be open, because again, there might be times when you want to express yourself in some type of way, and it wouldn't be cool if somebody was shaming your expression, like, oh, here we go, I don't want to hear this, it's whatever the case may be. Just hear the person out, and work and work from there. And you got to be open to hearing, as I said in another video, hearing your own shit. A lot of times people ain't good receivers of communication because it's about owning their shit. And as I said before, people don't like to own their shit. So if you're trying to come and talk to them about their shit, shut down, they don't want to hear it, not being a good receiver. So with that being said, if this is helpful in any type of way, as I said, hit that like button, that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, share this with your friends and family, and come on back for some good content. Until next time, keep pushing, keep grinding, and if this world comes to knock you down a little bit, that's all right, because you can always rebuild. Until next time, one love.